Hey y'all, so welcome to the Roofing CoPilot AI intro course. And in this course, what we're going to be doing is teaching you how to leverage the power of artificial intelligence to market and grow your roofing business without having to spend thousands of dollars per month on an agency. And so if that's interesting to you and you've either signed up or you haven't, right, welcome to this course. It's going to be showing you how to use this tool to be able to create marketing agency level content without having to spend the high ticket amount. And so the first thing we're going to be doing in this course is just setting up the basics so that you have everything you need in order to be able to create the content that's going to help grow and scale your business. And so the first thing we're going to want to do is actually create our brand voice, and that's what we're going to be going over today. But just to give you an overview before we dive into that, the first thing we'll do is creating a brand voice. Next, what we're going to do is going through all the AI writers and how to use them, and we're consistently adding AI writers to the platform itself. Let me move this over here so it's not in your guys' way. And then from there, we'll be talking a bit about these different AI tools, AI chat, AI article wizard, etc., and how they work to be able to create blog content, post them to your WordPress site, etc. And we'll actually be creating some automations in the future. So it just creates the content and then posts automatically, not in V1, but in future versions we will have that. But first things first, before we're able to create any content, we want the AI to know a little bit about our company, about our brand, what we do, what we stand for, what our values are. So it's able to create content that aligns with your company instead of just generic, boring BS content that nobody really cares about. And so the first thing we need to do, like I said, is create that brand voice. And that brand voice is going to be composed of a few parts. I'm going to be using one of my clients down in Savannah, Georgia. Kind of brainstorming some stuff for them as well so that they don't have to do it. And so let's just start with that. We're going to do Pride Restoration Contractors. This is the name of the company. Next, you want to add your industry. It's going to be roofing. In this case, it could be HVAC, whatever sort of industry you're in. You can add if you want to. You can do roofing. You can add multiple siding, right? Gutters. But for this case, let's just say we're doing roofing. And then I forget how to delete it, so I'll have to create another video on that. But anyway, under the description, you want to describe your company, kind of what you guys do, what you stand for, etc. So I'm going to go to the client's site. If you don't have a site, you're going to have to think of this on your own. But taking the 15 minutes to do this the right way is going to result in much better content, much better rankings, and you getting better results at the end of the day. And so if you guys want me to do a deeper video on doing a description of your company, let me know. Happy to do that. But other than that, we're just going to take what this company has so far, a little bit about them. So I'll take kind of some blurbs from their website typically, just to keep it super, super easy. Has the process here. Process is always good to include, and having that 1, 2, 3 is good too. Really helps with rankings actually, and people being able to remember what they have to do. Work, financing options. So I think financing options are important. Maybe I'll add that as a product actually. We'll dive into what that is, and then I typically go to the about section, and then I'll just grab the story, right? So this should give the AI a good bit of context around who you are, what you stand for, and what your messaging is. If you already have a website, if not, you're going to have to create that from scratch. But it's just thinking about really what is your website, right? Talking about your values, where you started, kind of your backstory is what you should include in that description. Now we also want to add the website, so we have context of that, and then a tagline, right? Whatever that tagline is that kind of makes you stand apart. Typically that's going to be in the hero section of your website. So that'll be our tagline. And then tone of voice. I typically just use professional. Now the target audience is going to be homeowners in the Southeast Georgia area looking to get their roof replaced. And then, oops, sorry. We'll also want to set brand colors. So what I'll typically do is you'll have your brand colors from your marketing agency. If not, just whatever colors you want to use are more than fine. Just make sure you have a hashtag in front of that or it won't work. And the last thing we want to do is products and services. So as a product, I'm actually going to include financing. So let's go ahead and copy that. And hopefully my computer doesn't freeze. There we go. So financing options. Options is a product, in my opinion. Oh, let's see if there's any more content under learn more. Cool. So they may change away from that, so we'll just leave that for now. I'm going to add a service. So let's click add here. You'll hit this little add button. And then what it'll do is actually add another section where you can talk about products, services, etc. So we're going to do residential roofing as the first service, right? Because that's what the client has. If you don't have these, I recommend just doing roof replacements, residential roofing, and roof installation to start. Should keep it super simple. And then cool. Then we're just going to take this content. Boom. So that describes residential roofing. I also want to grab roof repairs, siding, and gutters. So grab that. Now we have the context for that client. Here's, oh, it is getting hot out here. Siding. Whoops, these should all be services, guys. Financing I see as a product. Could also be considered a service depending on how you look at it. And then we're also going to do gutters down here. So let me add one more up top. And now we have all of our products added, right? So, and services. So now what we're going to want to do is come down here. Boom, and save. And once we save, now this AI is going to have context of our company anytime we write content. And so that's it for setting up the brand voice, right? It's setting up those sections that we just talked about so that the AI has context of your company whenever it's writing content on your behalf. That way, instead of getting some generic, boring content that doesn't really align with your company, you're going to get content that does align with your company's missions, values, what you do, what you stand for, and where you came from. So, just to give you a quick example of how you can use this, one thing that's super powerful is posting content to your Google business profile regularly. But I know that that takes a lot of time because each of those posts need to be around 750 characters, or you should be filling up that full 750 characters. And writing that much content can take a good amount of time. So instead, what you could do is come to this optimized Google Business Post Creator, and we'll go more in detail on what, how to choose keywords, locations, etc. on a later video. But you'll hit include your brand. We're going to choose Pride. And then let's say we want to get some traffic for our residential roofing product. I would do that. You can leave company name blank because it's already here. If you didn't create a brand, that's where you would want to put company name. Target keyword, I'm going to say residential roofing to match that product. And then location. And what's cool about Google is if you do it, let's say they're in Brunswick, but they want to target Savannah, you just make Savannah the target market if it's close enough. And then write that SEO optimized content for Savannah, Georgia. Other things here, creativity, I set the premium by default. You can set the number of results you want, max length, and then tone of voice. I typically just do one and see what it looks like. And if I don't like it, I'll just use the AI rewriting tool to rewrite it in a way that I like. And so let's give that a sec while it loads. It's going to query the OpenAI API, pull this data, push it in, give it the context of this specific post that it's creating. And then in a second or two, you'll have a fully written Google My Business post to be able to post to your profile and get more traction there. So cool. You can see it has context of our location. It has context of the company, even though I did not give it a company. It has context 25 years, right? I didn't put that anywhere in here. It's from the context that we already uploaded. And so now we have an SEO optimized Google business post that we can post our profile and start getting more traction and calls from that. So that's just an example of how this will be used and why it's so important that you actually take the time to build a brand voice so that it saves you time down the road. Instead of you having to type in details about your entire company, it already knows. So you just have to put in two fields, residential roofing and the location you want to target. And now you have a 750 character post for your Google business profile. So that's how you set up brand voice. If you guys have any questions, just leave a comment below and I'll be more than happy to help answer them. And if you haven't signed up for Roofing CoPilot yet, we're still doing now until I believe the end of April, a free 7 or 14-day trial where you'll be able to come in, kind of test the platform out and see if it works for you before making that commitment. So other than that, hope you guys have a good one and I'll see you soon. And hopefully this wasp next to me doesn't sting me.